Hello Taurus, and welcome to my channel Green Line Goddess Tarot. It is a beautiful day here today. The sun is shining, there's not a cloud in the sky. It's so lovely to be sitting here in the sunshine, especially in autumn when it's starting to get a little bit cooler. We're almost at the start of winter here in Australia, but really, really beautiful. And you know, I have Taurus in my 6th house of work and daily routines, and that's why I love being here. This is why this is my office, because it's a place of great beauty. I love the light coming in. I love the connection to nature. And every time I sit down, I go, yes, this is Taurus. Very beautiful. I love it. So yeah, this is your reading for June. So we are in not Cancer season, Gemini season. We start off in Gemini season, then move into Cancer season in the second half of June. So let's see what's coming through for you. Wow. Okay. Look at this beautiful big elephant. Strength, courage, endurance. Elephants can represent abundance. So there's big steps moving towards abundance, but it is going to require some courage. It's going to require endurance. It's going to require you kind of having to be strong and resilient in some way, shape or form, trying to gather your force together to step into it. I find when the strength card comes in, it's when you're about to kind of do something quite big or take on something quite big in your life. And so it's but I like how positive this elephant is. So it feels like, you know, I'm happy to kind of do that if I know I'm making some really big positive steps forward. So that feels good for you, Taurus. So let's see what else is coming in. What's shifting and changing for Taurus? What's shifting and changing for Taurus? Let's have a look. What's shifting and changing for Taurus in the month of June? Let's see. What do we have? Sword Queen, Libra Throne. We can see the scales are coming in. So this might suggest that this has got a lot to do with relationships and harmony within relationship, fairness within relationships. That's something that could come through with this. And the Sword Queen is about how you're thinking and perceiving, like how you're getting really clear inside yourself about where these big steps are going towards abundance. And yeah, I do feel like it's got a lot to do with relationships and all that sort of stuff. So the Sword Queen says yes to something usually. She communicates something very clearly. So gives something the green light to move forward, to move ahead, which is really nice. So you might receive a green light in some way, shape or form, which is really fantastic. But it's got this sense of there's going to be work involved with it. So it's the sort of thing that, you know, you could potentially get, the go ahead for anything. But suddenly, you've got to just say it's like a work project. They keep showing me it's like plans have been approved in some way, shape or form. So you had plans for a big project and it's suddenly been approved and it's like, okay, now we're taking those big steps forward, but it is going to, and potentially something that I really enjoy and love doing, but it is going to require maybe even stepping into being an authority or a lot of hard work. So yeah, this actually feels good to me, Taurus. So let's see what's coming. So Taurus, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all 3 of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you a fuller, more complete view of what's going on for you. The moon sign will probably, if you are a Taurus moon, which is beautiful placement, the moon is exalted in Taurus. If you are a Taurus moon, then it might feel like more of a subjective reading for you, but it's kind of interesting to see how each feels different. And this is a general reading. Taurus, just take what feels right, leave the rest, never take on anything that just doesn't resonate with you or feel right for you. But if it does really resonate and you'd like to delve deeper, there will be an extended reading, and the link for that is in the description box below. And so you can either buy the extended reading individually, or you might like to check out a beautiful Patreon community where you have access to all 12 signs, extended readings, and plus a whole heap of extra premium content. So you might like to check all of that out in the description box below. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button because I love new people coming in. So the Queen of Cups coming through. A lot of queens. You got the Sword Queen, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups. So a lot of divine feminine happening here for you. Two of Cups, this is you. So yeah, this is the card of love and relationships. So definitely I feel like there is potentially a particular relationship here that you are wanting to either attract or nourish in some way. Ace of Wands, yes. What do you want? Yeah, or who do you want? The Knight of Swords coming in and the Six of Pentacles. Yes, look at the balance coming in. Balance restoring, being restored, harmony, really important. We've got the scales coming back again. So they're important themes that are coming in. They're really wanting you to focus on that. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles. We like that. And the Five of Swords. Okay, fantastic. So feels like there's a little bit of relationship energy in this, like quite a lot of focus on that, but there could also be some interesting new cycles around your work or your home that are coming through with this as well. So let's see, the Ten of Wands, this character is carrying a heavy load. So perhaps what have you taken on? Have you taken on too much? Are you working too hard? Are you burnt out? Is there a burnout energy at this moment in time? You can see it's trying to get home, trying to get to that home space. But every step is getting harder and harder and heavier, a bit like this elephant. You know, it's going to require a lot of strength to get to where you want to get to with it. But I feel like, you know, because we've got the elephant here, that it's like I don't want to give up. I'm not giving up on this. So even though you've taken on something, it's like, no, I said I was going to do it and I will. So this is real determination that comes through here for you. Crossed by the Page of Pentacles. So it's kind of like I can't even think about something new. I can't even see something new now. The Page of Pentacles is the new, and we actually see it coming in with the Ace of Pentacles. So even though you can't see it, this character's got head down. It's just head down, focused on the work that's ahead, and isn't even seeing that there's this new person or new message that's coming in around money, work, resources of some sort that's around you at this moment in time. So there's something that's coming in that you can't see yet, and it might feel like a bit of a really, really positive surprise. So that feels really exciting, and it could be a new person here. But in your conscious mind, you've got the Queen of Wands, so it might be this is, like I said, the divine feminine of working out what action you want to take, how motivated you're feeling, what you really want, what you're attracting towards you at this moment in time. She's usually pretty discerning, this Queen of Wands. She's like, you know, I'm happy to kind of attract or I want that, but I don't want that. And so it may be that it's kind of hard to discern that or work that out if you're feeling a little bit like this Ten of Wands, where you're just carrying too many wands. You need too many things. You need to kind of let go of one of them, and that's what this Queen of Wands is trying to work out. It's just hard to work that out when you're in this kind of Ten of Wands energy. But it really is a sense that, you potentially might be being asked to let go of something to make way of the new. So this Queen of Wands is potentially someone or something, like usually she's pretty, like it's an energy of somebody finding you very attractive or you finding somebody else very attractive as well. So there's that around as well with this. At the base we have the Queen of Cups. So it's interesting because the Queen of Cups is about nurturing your emotions, looking after yourself. This is what's happening deep down inside of you. So this is a very beautiful, nurturing and mothering energy that comes through. So it may be that if you're feeling a little bit burnt out with this Ten of Wands, what you really need is to do something really special for yourself, to nurture yourself, to love yourself, to, nurture your emotions in some way, shape or form, however that plays out. Because there's this real sense of something's really out of balance here in your world. And it's almost like, is it all work and no play, or you've taken on too much and there's no time for a relationship, or, you know, there's a balance, something to do with the balance of your life is out here. And so, what's really the root of it really is about your emotional balance here with that Queen of Cups. So I would suggest, that's even being around water could be really nice for you, but that's doing something nice, like, doesn't have to be a big thing. I mean, it could be having a bath or going for a massage or buying yourself a nice something nice, or it could be somebody, accepting a compliment. It could be sometimes the Queen of Cups sometimes feels a little bit like she needs a treat as well. So it could be, I'm going to buy myself that slice of cake today. It feels like like sacral chakra kind of stuff, the orange chakra. So, and that's around your relationships to other people. Absolutely. It's around your creativity, connection to others. So it really feels like sometimes when you have that thing that you're like, oh, I really want that piece of cake, or I really want that chocolate. And maybe it's just sometimes, and if you try and push it off and ward it off and go, no, I shouldn't do that or whatever. If you do that, it just won't go away, that feeling. And that's when it's like that, that's the sacral chakra going, you know what? I just need something special. I need to feel like I'm being treated. Something nice. So it doesn't feel like this is like a negative habit. That can be something that could fall into like a negative habit, but this feels like it's more of a one-off. Do something really nice for yourself. You need it. You deserve it, Taurus. So that's what's coming through. In the recent past, we've got the 9 of Swords. So a little bit of emotional nourishment is coming through. So the 9 of Swords has potentially been, this is stress, worry, anxiety, fear, just too much on your plate, too much on your mind, what's happening with your sleep cycles. So this could be, your health, like your adrenals is something that's stressing you here, and perhaps you've taken on too much around it. I mean, this could be somebody else's issue. It might not be yours. Sometimes we feel responsible, but whatever this thing is, it doesn't have to be that. It feels like it's kind of become a bit of a heavier burden, whatever is playing through your mind a bit with this 9 of Swords in the recent past. So in the near future, we see yourself freeing yourself up, which is actually really nice. And that's why it's important to be really discerning with that Queen of Wands about what is it that you really want to be taking on and what you want to be carrying around and what you don't, because how is that affecting you emotionally and mentally, and just even your physical, like motivation, drive, your energy levels, all of that sort of stuff, like kind of have a good look at that, because like I said, something feels like it's just out of balance. And this is what you need, the 9 of Pentacles, which is really nice. This is a sense of independence and freedom, not having to worry about something. It's fancy free, this character. It's got a bird on its arm and just there's heaps of pentacles around. It's an abundant space. Daily routines are feeling good. There's enough of everything. It's got enough. It's got what it needs, so it can be a little bit freer. So it's like, do you need more money? Is enough resources, or is there enough time? So it's giving yourself enough of what it is that you are missing out on here, whether it's like the emotional energy or just going off for a day, doing something really nice for yourself. This is you kind of freeing yourself up from obligations, responsibilities, routines, things like that. It's going to be really important to have that energy coming through with that 9 of Pentacles. So it's kind of freedom, financial freedom, free from responsibilities, constraints. That's an important energy to come through. So you're presenting as the 2 of Cups. So I mean, that's the thing. I mean, we've got the 2 of Cups is about love and connection and feeling really kind of emotionally connected perhaps to somebody, which is a really nice energy. But there's the 5 of Swords around. There's a bit of conflict. So is it just that you're not what's the balance that needs to be restored with this connection? This can be a partner. This can be somebody you're dating. This could be a mother, a best friend, a work friend, whatever it is. It's like either how are your emotional needs being met? Are you giving too much to this person, or do you need more? I feel like there's a little bit of conflict around inside your mind because, and it's like, don't take on any of that heaviness if you're feeling guilty for saying, oh, I want my space, or do you want more of a connection? I want to feel closer. I need affection. I need love, all this sort of stuff. So what is it that you're needing here? Because it feels like it's either kind of a closeness or the opposite. I need a little bit of independent time for myself. So that's why the Ace of Wands is saying, what is it that you want? The energy around you is being able to activate something that you truly, truly want and truly, truly desire. So, it's like This Queen of Wands is saying, what do I want? And it's saying it's around you. You just might not be able to see it or feel it at this moment with that Ten of Wands. So, but it's there. So yeah, I just feel like it's a matter of like making time and space for this. And then we have as the hopes and fears, the Knight of Swords. So this is kind of like a quick resolution of the energy. The Sword Queen is wanting to send her knight into action. So whatever's that you're seeing clearly here, or getting the green light or the go ahead, or whatever's been a lot of hard work, that you need to find the balance between. If we look at this, we have on one side Saturn, which is hard work, and on the other side your planetary ruler Venus, which is about pleasure, enjoyment, love, money. And are you getting, it can be, is it value for money? Are you working too hard and not getting paid enough? Or is it, are you working too hard and no time for love? You know, it's finding the balance between the things that you find enjoyable and you're attracted to versus the things that feel like heavy burdens, responsibilities, all of this sort of stuff. And it's finding that balance, which is going to be really important. So it's kind of interesting when I was getting this real sense of abundance in Venus when that's why I was talking about, the space, the idea of beauty and abundance, because that's a very Venusian kind of concept. Beauty, art, love, money. It's very nice kind of energy around. And so this, whatever's going on in the Sword Queen here inside, whatever needs to shift and change to restore the balance here, this can be too much fun and pleasure and not enough hard work. It could be the other way around. It's just because you've got the Ten of Wands, I'm kind of thinking it's the other way, but she's wanting to put into action what she's thinking here. That's the Knight of Swords, and make it happen quickly, because it's like, I don't know how much longer I can do this. I really need a shift and a change. So we have as an outcome, we see a very quick and positive shift and change here with the Six of Pentacles. The Eight of Wands is a new focus that's coming in, and the energy can shift quickly. And we're seeing the balance being restored here with the Six of Pentacles. Interestingly, it's being restored on the material realm in the element of earth. So it's something in your world that's related to resources, whether it's to do with money. Could be money within relationships. It can be time. Time can be a resource. So do you need more time to yourself or more time with somebody else? It could be to do with your living situation, your home. It can be to do with your health as well. But I feel like there's this sense of focusing on something new here, focusing on starting a new cycle with the Ace of Pentacles, and it's coming in. It feels fantastic. It's like, yep, I'm going to really focus on this, and this can really bring a really positive shift and change. So the Eight of Wands as well can be clear communication, which is the other thing that the Sword Queen does, is she's getting really clear about what she's thinking about something, but then she communicates really clearly as well to another person, to an other. And that's what we're seeing here with the Eight of Wands. This is actually clear communication and news coming right at somebody as well about, this is what I need to do to start nourishing and nurturing a new cycle around those themes that we're just talking about in my life. So it's because the Eight of Wands is about action as well. So you're kind of actioning something here, and it's restoring balance. It may only be a little bit extra, like the Six of Pentacles, we can see the scales, but this character's only giving out crumbs. It only needs to be a little bit of extra thing to either give or receive. This is the balance of giving and receiving within a situation. So do you have to give a little bit of extra? Like maybe you have to put in a little bit of extra effort with something, or maybe you need to be open to receive, to get a little bit of extra time. So whatever it is, it's just a small thing that can tip the balance, and there's something new that you are being asked to focus on, a new cycle here, which I think is going to be something that you really want with this Queen of Wands energy around. And this is going to feel really good. So it might be like, I need to spend more time with somebody I love. I'm working too hard, and so I'm going to start every week. I'm going to start something that I'm nurturing that in some way, shape or form, giving a little bit of extra to that. However it plays out, I need a little bit of extra time. So I want to make sure that we sit down, and that at least half an hour once a week we're seeing and talking to each other, or we're getting together, or whatever it is. it's just making sure you're getting or giving that extra thing. So we have the Five of Swords, which kind of interesting because this is conflict, something that's been conflicted inside your mind. You've potentially been conflicted about asking for this or giving this or whatever's been out of balance. It might have felt like it might have been causing conflict in your life as well. So I think the conflict gets resolved, and it could, like I said, it's just a small rebalancing and readjustment that can actually shift this to make it feel like it's going to be so much better and so much more balanced. So that's why they bring me back to you're taking some big steps towards abundance here, but it's going to require some courage. It's going to require some endurance, because I feel like there's almost something in your head that's saying, oh, I can't bring this up, or I can't do this, or whatever it is, or that's happening here with it. Something needs to be addressed. But it's sometimes the small things that make all the difference. So it's like, I need more compliments, whatever it is. So let's see. Let's pull an affirmation card for you, Taurus, and see what's coming through. This is what the universe wants you to affirm, or wants to affirm to you. I have the perfect living space, so that's why we kind of get a lot of like home vibes happening here. I see myself living in a wonderful place. It fulfills all my needs and desires. It's in a beautiful location and at a price I can afford, which is really great. So yeah, I mean, it's interesting with that, with the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. It may be that you might need to pay a little bit of extra to get that, but it might be something that's just so much more worth it. Or it might be that, it's that little extra thing that is coming through. But with the living space, I mean, it doesn't mean that you're moving. If you are, this is really positive energy with the Ace of Pentacles. This represents a new cycle. So it can represent new home in some way, but it could just be new energy around the home as well. So we've got, I love and approve of myself. I appreciate all that I do. I'm good enough just as I am. I speak up for myself. That's what the Sword Queen likes to do. So there might be a little bit of tension around that. I ask for what I want. This is the Ace of Wands. I'm asking for what I want, and I claim my power. So that's where you've got the courage and endurance and the strength. You're kind of being asked to speak up in some way, shape or form. So let's pull a charm for you, Taurus. There's two. Oh, beautiful. We've got the angel wings and the fairy. Very nice. Both of them are kind of element of air or spirit as well. So yeah, the fairy and the angel wing. Interesting. You know, I feel like this fairy's looking at the angel wing going, you know, I've got these little wings that I flutter around and fly around with. The fairy's a very light touch of what's going on inside your mind. It might even be that you're feeling like you're imagining things, or, what's real and what's intangible. Am I getting intangible messages here, or what's real? Might be a questioning of that. You might be getting messages from your angels coming through. But it might feel like a very intangible search for this kind of, I feel like there's a missing angel wing. Like, where's the other half to that? The fairy's looking at it going, I can see one angel wing. So it feels like I need the balance of the second one to come through as well. So one part of your life is kind of got this, is getting everything kind of thing. If you imagine the angels are bringing a really beautiful divine energy to it that can fly, it's like one part of you is getting that, but the other part is there's something really missing. And so it might even be it's kind of like this intangible messages from spirit to spiritually connect to it. Now, the other thing that I get as well with this is I feel like the fairy's looking at the angel wing going, I've got these little wings. I want to try something new. What would it be like if I had really big angel wings? Are they going to feel too big? It feels like this sense of trying on something new that might feel in your head like too big for you to take on or to you to do in some way, or that unrealistic, like, I'm a fairy, I'm not an angel. So it could be a shifting in how you're perceiving yourself or a situation and what's able to happen here, or what's capable of happening, or your own abilities here, because I feel like the fairy wants to try on the angel wing and for size, like, oh, is this going to work? A new way of kind of working here in a way. So I feel like you kind of look at it and go, well, how's that going to work? I just can't see how the fairy could have that huge angel wing. It's going to be too big. But it's almost like saying, but the universe is giving you this weird intangible message that it can happen. So you can try out something new and it can work. So yeah, it's interesting, very interesting reading for you, Taurus. So you might have your own, wings are about flying, flying, being able to move around the element of air. You're crowned by the Sword Queen, which is the element of air. So it's about trying on new ideas, perhaps. Getting those very high spiritual messages. But you might have your own version of what that means, and that's fantastic. So that's it, Taurus. I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now, where we're going to see, okay, there's this new focus, this new cycles beginning that's going to bring in some more harmony and balance. And so where's this all going in the near future, the future beyond? Because often when the Strength card comes in, like, yes, it does take a lot of courage and strength to even get to that Ace of Pentacles, but it comes with abundance, I think, or something good that comes through with it. So let's see where this is all going in the near future and the future beyond. We'll ask if there's anything else you need to know about this part of the reading, and the best way to work with the energy in terms of kind of requiring that effort to kind of get a solution that feels sort of slightly out of your reach at some point inside your mind. It might feel like, So how do we get there? Because we can see there's a really positive new cycle beginning here that you're nurturing and growing in your life. So that's all in the extended reading. Love it if you come over. The link is in the description box below. Like I said, you can buy the extended individually, or you might like to join the beautiful Patreon community where you have access to all 12 signs of the extended readings, so you can watch your sun, moon, rising, plus there's a whole heap of extra premium content, so you might like to check that out. The links for both of them are in the description box below. I can hear the chickens in the background barking. And please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, Taurus. Love to read your comments. One of them's just laid an egg, so that would be very apt for the Ace of Pentacles. Love to read your comments. It helps with the growth of channel, and please take care.